Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. In my previous video, I have covered undefined terms like point, line and plane, and in this video I am going to cover ray, angles and types of angles. So the first slide we have ray. Now what is ray? A ray is basically a part of a line. A ray is a part of a line which has one endpoint. Unlike to line, as you know, line has no endpoint, but a ray has one endpoint. It means ray can be extended infinitely in one direction. Let's understand this with an example. This is a ray whose initial point, and it's a bit ironic, but its initial point is actually called its end point, and the end point of this ray is A, and the extended point is point B. This is ray AB. To name it, we can write ray AB or AB with a tiny ray over it. And this is very important to understand that this symbol shows that A is the initial point and B is the extended point. Now what if I am writing for the same figure, I am writing the name of this ray as ray BA, but according to the figure the initial point is A, but in this I have written initial point as B. As you can see, I have written BA with the tiny symbol of ray over it, which shows that A is the extended point and B is the initial point, which is wrong. This is not correct. So you need to be very careful while writing the name of the ray. I hope you have understood this. In the next slide, we have some real life examples of rays. As you can see here, this is a torch, and it's the rays coming from the torch, and its initial point is this P, and extended point is Q. And another example, and the best example, we have the rays from the sun, whose initial point is point A and extended point is point B. We can name it as ray AB. You can see here the initial point is A only, because in the example also the rays coming from sun is from the initial point A, and the rays coming from the torch with initial point P. So I have written ray PQ with a tiny ray over it. Okay, either you can name ray AB, or you can use a tiny ray over AB or over PQ. Right? I hope you have understood. Next we have angles. So first we have to understand that what is angle. An angle is defined as the amount of turn between two rays that share a common endpoint. Means, let's understand this with an example. This is a ray whose initial point is, or you can say end point is point B, and extended point is point Q. Now from the same initial point we have another ray which is going away from Q, yellow, then in red, then in black, and the last we have this ray, and this is ray PR. You can see here all the rays are coming from the same initial point. Means the turn from PQ to PR is making an angle. Right? The turn from PQ to PR is making an angle. Now angles are measured in degree. If you want, as you know that everything you measure, whether you are measuring an solid or liquid, you have to write the units. In the same way we have to write the units in angle also. So in angle we use degree. And what is degree? It is the measure of the size of an angle. Suppose this angle is of 90 degree. So how will you use that degree, the symbol of degree? So first you have to write the value of an angle, and then you have to use the symbol of degree, and the symbol of degree is a small o, right? A small o. I hope you have understood this also. Some real life examples of an angle, like we have stick, scissor and chair. As you can see here in this stick, the rays in a green whose common point is point A, and in chair we have common point or common endpoint P, and in scissor we have common point Q, and the rays coming from point Q only, and this turn is making an angle in all these three pictures. Okay, in the next slide I will teach you some parts of the angle, and the first part we have vertex, and the second we have arms. These are the main two parts of an angle. So the first we have vertex. Now what is vertex? A vertex is a point where two or more lines or rays meet. Let's understand this with an example. This is a ray whose initial point is P and extended point is Q. And from the same initial point we have another ray P and the extended point is point R. So the rays are coming from the same initial point, means the same end points. So that end point or the initial point is called the vertex of an angle. So in this figure, P is the vertex for this angle. Let's take another example. This is a rectangle whose vertices where two or more lines meet. We have A, B, C and D. So in a rectangle we have four vertices, and vertices is a plural word for vertex. Vertices A, B and C, D. In angle we have only one vertex, and in rectangle we have four, or you can say four corners. In angle we have one corner, and in rectangle we have four corners. Let's move to the next slide. Next we have arms. Now what do you mean by arms of an angle? The rays that make up the angle. The rays which are making an angle are called arms. Let's understand this with an example. This is a ray whose initial point is P and extended point is Q, and another rays from B, that is R. So you know P is the vertex of this angle. So what about PQ and PR? These rays are basically called the arms of an angle. PQ and PR are the arms of an angle. And what about P? P is the vertex of an angle. Okay, let's move to the next slide. In this slide, we will learn how to name an angle. The first way it is, one way is to use the symbol followed by the three letters. And what is the symbol of an angle? The symbol of an angle is this tiny angle. The symbol of an angle is this. So what about the three letters? The first and the third letter indicates points on the arms. The first and the third should be the points on the arms, and the letter in the middle is the vertex. It means, let's understand this. As you can see here, this figure, P is the initial point, you know. First you have to make a tiny angle, then you have to write the name of the arm at the first place and at the third place. So first place we have R, and the third place we have Q. Now in the middle it should be only vertex, that is P. Or you can name it like this also. First you have to draw an angle, tiny angle, and at the first you have to write Q, and at the third you have to write R, and in the middle you have to write the name of the vortex, that is P. So either you are writing QPR or RPQ, both are correct. But what if you are not writing vertex in the middle? Suppose I am writing angle PQR or angle RQP. Now this is wrong. Why? Because we have to write the vertex in the middle only, right? And in this figure the vertex is P. So we have to write P in the middle. We cannot write P being an initial point. We cannot write P in the first position and in the third position. We have to write that in the middle only. I hope you have understood how to name an angle. We have some kinds of an angles, and the first we have right angle, obtuse angle, straight, complete, reflex, and acute. These are some types, or you can say kinds of an angle. The first type we have right angle. Now what is right angle? Right angle is basically equal to 90 degree. What? 90 degree. The right angle is equals to 90 degree. Let's understand this with an example. We have ray whose initial point is A and extended point is B. And from that initial point A, we have a perpendicular line on AB, ray AC. As you have already read that if any line perpendicular to another line, it makes an angle of 90 degrees. So basically CAB and BAC is equals to 90 degree. This square shows that this angle is making an angle of 90 degree. 90 degree. To name it, we can name as angle BAC is equals to 90, but what? 90 degree. You cannot leave without using degree. And another way you can write or angle BAC is equals to what? 90 degree, right? So right angle, in a simple words, you can say right angle is equals to 90 degree. Let's move to the next slide. So next we have acute angle. Now what is acute angle? Acute angle is an angle which is less than 90 degree. Now what does it mean? It means acute angle always be less than 90 degree, or you can say it should be lies between 90 degree or 0 degree. Means acute angle can be greater than 0 degree but less than 90 degree. Let's understand this with an example. This is a ray whose initial point is A and extended point is B, and if I draw an angle which is equal to 90 degree and a ray which lies between these two lines as AC, so this turn from AB to AC is an acute angle. Why I'm saying this is an acute angle? Because it lies between 90 and the baseline. Okay, acute angle should be greater than 0 degree but less than 90 degree. I hope you have understood. So next type we have straight angle. So as the name suggests, it should be straight. So first understand this. In angle, straight angle is equals to 180 degree. Straight angle should be equal to 180 degree. This is a ray whose initial point is A and extended point is B, and I have drawn just opposite to this another ray like this whose name is ray AC. You can see here this is a straight line, and this straight line basically it takes turn from AB to AC like this, and this angle is equals to 180 degree. You can name it as angle BAC is equals to 180 degree, or you can also name it as angle BAC is equals to 180 degree. Okay. Next we have obtuse angle. Now what is obtuse angle? Obtuse angle is an angle which is more than 90, or you can say greater than 90 degree, but it should be less than 180 degree. Means obtuse angle lies between 90 and 180 degree. Let's understand this with an example. This is a ray whose initial point is A and extended point is C. If I draw an angle of 90 degree and an angle of 180 degree, if a line which is in between 90 and 180 degree, that line or this angle CAB should be obtuse angle. Why I am saying this should be an obtuse angle? Only because it lies between 90 and 180 degree. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Next we have complete angle. Now what is complete angle? Complete angle is an angle which is equals to 360 degree. Means it should be equals to 360 degree. Let's understand this with an example. This is a ray whose initial point is A, extended point is B, and if I draw this straight line like this should be equals to 180 degree. But if a ray takes turn from AB to coming back to that line with the meeting at another point as point D, so this complete turn is called complete angle, started from here and ended here. So this angle BAD is equals to 360 degree, or you can say angle BAD is equals to 360 degree. You can name it in any way. Either you can use the first or the second. Okay. So complete angle is an angle which is equals to 360 degree, means a complete turn. Let's move to the next slide. Next we have reflex angle. Now what is reflex angle? Reflex angle is an angle which is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Means it lies between 180 degree line and 360 degree. Let's understand this with an example. This is a ray whose initial point is A, extended point is C, and if I draw this line which is equals to 180 degree, and any angle which lies between 180 and 360 like this should be a reflex angle. Why I'm saying this? Because it lies between 180 and 360. So the turn from AC to AB is called reflex angle, which is greater than 180 but less than 360. Okay, I hope you have understood. And the last slide we have sum of all the classification of an angle, or you can say kinds of an angle. This is a ray A B, and if this ray take turn complete from AB and coming back to AB at D, so this should be equals to 360 degree, mean it is a complete angle. And from the same initial point I have drawn this line, or you can say this ray AD, which should be equals to 90 degree, so this is a right angle. And if I draw from the same initial point ray AC, this angle is equals to straight angle, means BAC is a straight angle. Now the angle which lies between 90 and 0 degree, means here this is a acute angle. Means acute angle is what? Acute angle is less than 90 degree, and the angle which lies between 90 and 180 means between BDAC is an obtuse angle. What is obtuse angle? Obtuse angle is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree, and any angle which lies between 180 and 360 should be reflex angle. And what is reflex angle? Reflex angles are the angle which is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Okay, I hope you have understood all the slides. Thank you for watching.